All right, we're live here, seventh inning stretch. Tyler McGurk with me. We're going to get into a lot tonight. We're going to get into the Braves. Is the season over for them? The Dodgers, Padres stay undefeated. We'll get into the biggest story of them all. The torpedo bat. Are we kidding me? We'll be here with you, seventh inning stretch. Here we go. And we're here with you on seventh inning stretch. Got Tyler McGurk, Logan Stone here. Josh Edwards will be on in a few minutes. We're going to go over the MLB Week 1, maybe some overreactions here. A little bit of maybe Tyler's Giants. Was Ramos going to be the first 30-homer guy for the Giants? We'll get into that as well. So we got a lot to get into here on seventh inning stretch. Glad you could be with us here tonight. Gentlemen, it's hard not to start, though, with the torpedo. It's taken over Major League Baseball after Week 1 here, McGurk. The one thing for me is that these guys used it last year, but I didn't even know it. Nobody really talked about it, but now you have the Yankees go on a 15-home run barrage over the weekend, and then all of a sudden, it's big news. If this happens in, Sacramento, is it a big deal? You get my point, the torpedo. What do you think?
To me, it's kind of overblown. Like you mentioned, it wasn't talked about last year they were using them. There's other teams using them. Max Muncy was using it earlier in the game yesterday. He switched to the regular bat and got the game-winning hit. I don't know. You still have to hit the ball. And as it improves, we're not using gloves from the 1950s. I don't know. As long as it follows the rule book, in my opinion, the way I interpreted it,
Logan, your Yankees, they get the torpedo bat. They get the big advantage there with it. Moving the wood, all that, the shape, it looks like a bowling pin. It's really taking over MLB right now. You asked a question. God, it's got to be almost a year ago, and it's kind of stuck with me, and I haven't really had an answer for it. And so I'm curious now that I'm going to bring this up with you, what you think. As you said, I wonder what the next generation is going to be known for. Is Moneyball before that? Yeah. And I'm just saying, torpedo bat, there's a scenario where they keep this, the bat changes, that changes baseball. I always found that fascinating. What do you make of the torpedo bat here?
Yeah, so for me, I didn't hear about it, but over the weekend with the Yankees, 10 home runs in a game versus the Brewers, it became evident. Everyone was talking about the bats, and then more and more players throughout MLB started using them. Ellie De La Cruz hit 2 home runs, I think it was, on Monday.
Yep.
Against I think it was the Rangers that day. And different players from different teams have been playing it. It started with Francisco Lindor last year, and he was runner-up for MVP. And so I think it was funny to me because that information didn't come out until about Sunday. And before that, Mets fans were running around yelling about how the Yankees were cheating and how they were using big boom bats. And now it's disrespectful to MLB, and it's the worst thing ever, and everybody should be ashamed. Anyways, and so all of a sudden it turns out that the Mets were using it, and now they don't know what to do. Anyways, all that to say is, it's within the rule books. The Yankees, any team, and any player who used it before Saturday, they would not have been stupid enough to just don't do it without getting MLB approval first. There was no way that you could.
And they used it last year. We just said they used it last year.
And there's no way that you can sneak that by the umpires. The umpires look at everything. And if the manager on the other team saw it and didn't think that it was regulation, they would have had that bat taken in. I mean, they thought that George Brett had pine tar in his bat, and so I'm not even gonna. I mean, they will use anything as and look at it as a cheat if they could. And so I think that was another thing, is like everybody thinks it's a cheating thing. It's not cheating. It's regulation. It's within regulation. Now, it's interesting to me that pitches that these hitters were getting jammed with are now being turned into home runs. And so
they moved the wood. They moved the wood.
They moved the wood, and it's proven effective. And I heard some players, I don't remember who it was. I think Judge was one of them. They tried it out during batting practice and spring training, and it just didn't work for them. They didn't like it. They didn't like the feeling of it. But a lot of other players, they are using it, and they're really liking it. So I wonder if it's not a. So for me, the question for me is like, it's a special kind of bat. So if you get pitched inside, then that's the bat for you. If you get pitched outside, it's probably not going to work out for you as well.
No.
And so I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to be like a new golf club type thing in MLB where, this guy's an inside pitcher, so I'm going to bring me out the torpedo bat, or this guy pitches outside, so hit me the special bat too. Like, we're just going to have caddies in baseball now. Yeah.
2 different
and
balls. That's actually an interesting point. Edwards, you're with us tonight. Welcome to you, my friend. Torpedo it up. Logan gave us his explanation there with it on what he thinks. I do agree with the inside outside. It would be funny though if they start exchanging the bat like that. Usually that's not something that baseball players do, but who knows? No. We've experienced different things over the year. First of all, hope you're doing good out there, my friend, and then your thoughts on the torpedo out there.
Surprisingly, I'm fine with it.
All right.
It doesn't violate the rule book. Somebody decided to step outside the box and do something different. Apparently, when we were kids, the bat was on the market for us. So I can't get mad about it. I can't. They went out and hired a guy at MIT who's a physicist, and he figured out. He didn't figure out.
How to
he
make
had
that
a theory,
wood hard.
Tried it out, and I thought it was just he was making it denser, but whatever.
What does denser mean?
Harder. But anyway, I usually am against the Yankees on almost everything and anything, and on this one, I can't fault them. They went out and paid somebody to do science. Science came up with an answer, and I was under the impression when I first heard about it before I did any reading that the entire team was using them, and that the entire team just lit the Brewers up, and that's what was going on. And then, late in the afternoon or the evening, I read it, and I was like, okay, hold on. And so, I don't know, man. I don't know if the bat makes that big of a difference. I guess we'll see in 3 to 6 months.
I know Judge had another blob tonight, Tyler. Judge had another one, and Jazz had another one tonight.
Do you think if
isn't
they
Judge using a traditional bat?
See?
But do you think
Judge is not using it? It's Jazz, Volpe, Goldschmidt, and Wells.
Yep.
Yeah, Wells. Now it's helping Wells, and it may be helping Goldschmidt.
Jazz. I mean, if Jazz just was quiet and was like, "I don't want to talk about it," no, we follow the rules. Does the story become as big? Like, these players kind of throw it in your. I mean, the media did bring it up first, so they're gonna capitalize.
Their own broadcaster did.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather have Ohtani or Judge right now?
Judge.
As a hitter. Just a hitter.
Oh.
Would you rather have Judge? Well, you said Judge anyways, and Ohtani doesn't. Like,
base running? Are we counting base running?
Yeah, anything. Just as a hitter. Like, if take Ohtani. Yeah, and a base runner, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Offensive player.
Yeah, offensive player. Would you take Judge or Ohtani? Because Ohtani hits the walk-off last night. He gets the pods.
Ohtani.
You would still go Ohtani? Okay.
Dude, he's got the base running ability.
Yeah, I mean, Judge isn't a terrible
that's
base
the deciding factor.
Yeah.
He also
can't catch the ball.
Balls out of Dodger Stadium, which is a little more difficult.
I mean, he gets the game winner last night, too. Yeah. I mean, Logan, do
He's
you
getting
agree
paid
that way?
$700 million. He better have a third of the game winners every year.
I mean, Judge is pretty damn good, though. He's right there, I feel like. I mean,
he's not a two-way player. He can't steal bases.
All right.
I'm taking Judge only because he hits he gives you RBIs. He may not steal every base, and that's helpful for for teams. But for me, I like Judge. I mean, he hits home runs and he gives you RBIs, which wins games. So last time I checked, so doesn't matter what he does, it seems like. So I would take Judge over Ohtani, honestly.
Man, it's an interesting one when you look at those two guys. It really is. It's a great debate, though, Tyler. Like, it kind of makes the game stronger. If I was a young kid, like, those two guys would be high on the list of who I'm paying attention to watch baseball games. I mean, the torpedo, it'll be interesting. Like, do they start making metal bat torpedoes? Do we see them in the College World Series? College World Series torpedo bats. So do you think it's an era thing? Let me just ask you this. Real quick. Let's not go on forever. Do they ban the bat by the time the year is over? Tyler, it reminds me of the basketball the NBA proposed, but the NBA players did not like the basketball. That's the biggest difference. So, Tyler, is it banned?
No, I don't think it's banned.
Josh, is it banned by year's end?
It can't be by year's end because they can't change any of the rules in this calendar in this year's season. So if it's going to change, it's going to change on. They're going to have a campaign about it on the first day of the new year.
Logan, yes or no?
No, because it helps offensively, and the MLB has been needing something to help offensively. They banned the spider tack, which honestly, I think if you're going to keep the bat, I think we should bring back spider tack, honestly. But if it's going to help offensively and it's going to make baseball more fun, I would be okay with that too. But
if they have no lockout, they're going to have to bring back everything.
Yeah, I think.
That would be great.
Sorry. Anyway, so I would. Hey, I want to bring back steroids. They don't. I mean, I don't want to be around anyone who takes steroids, but anyways. But yeah, that's what I would do. I think the guys who are hitting 240 need to be forced to take these bats and use them. And if the 6 to 9 hole hitters are slumping, and then you give them those bats and they start producing more, I think that would make it more fun baseball games all around. Because pitching duels are fine once in a while, but when they're every other day, it's not fun. So that's my opinion.
It wears out after a little bit. Those 1-0 games only get so much. Logan, I know you got to probably go here soon. You said you had 10 to 15. You've at this point given us 54. So if you got to go, I totally understand it. But
I got about 15, 20 more minutes.
I was thinking, based on that torpedo, there's been a lot of like who's been hot, who's been cold the first week of the MLB season. I got a couple of them for it. Tyler, the Braves have been ice cold. Now the Dodgers, they did play in the first series. The Brewers, I was expecting more from. They were cold. Sacramento crowd, I thought you were going to show up after that in game 2. Oakland could have gave you 4,000 if you wanted it as well. They could have gave you that. And then I had some other cold. The Astros offense, not quite on its game, and the Reds offense too. But anything caught your attention on the week 1 there? Tyler.
What did you say?
Tyler.
Me, it's the whole NL West. Like, it's loaded. Like, the Giants are 5-1. They're probably not a 5. They're going to come back for about, it's been 6 games. But they'll be above 500, right around 500, above 500. Arizona's good. I have them coming in second in the NL West. And then San Diego is Jackson Merrill. So he's a beast. This guy's a special, special player. You showed it last year, and when they continue it at this young of an age, it's something to behold. And then the Dodgers are the Dodgers. I hate these guys. They're too, like, they're that good. It's not, like, as much as I hate them, you have to give them credit for how they've been run the last, 4 years. Yeah, do they spend more money than everyone, but they're buying the right guys. And they're gonna win 100+ games easily this year.
It's crazy the Padres and the Dodgers are both undefeated. And that is a little bit. And then you guys are right there with it. So that is a little nuts that I feel like the Padres have extra motivation now because of the Dodgers as well. Edwards, what do you make of your first week one impressions there? Cardinals?
We were right on some stuff. We were wrong on some stuff.
I was definitely wrong on some stuff.
We're not going to get into my personal fandom.
We'll get to. I got some stuff for you in Diamond Notes. We could go there with it.
I mean, we can do that later. But no, I mean, obviously Chicago already having 2 wins this season. I mean, the AL looks absolutely pitiful across the board. Everybody only has 2 wins. Let's see here, and I'm pulling up-to-date stats because last I looked was before this afternoon's games, so I don't know if those are updated. I mean, the Cardinals coming out front and the pitching looking good and the offense looking something completely different was weird. The Reds have looked fairly sloppy. The Cubs have an offense that's for real, but to me, they seem to be missing something. I haven't got to watch a full game or more than a few innings of them yet, so I'm not real sure. Unfortunately, Pittsburgh's horrible. I figured it was a bullpen because the starting pitchers aren't horrible. Seattle, I mean,
you were big on Seattle.
The AL West is weird. The Angels are 4-2.
Did someone predict the Angels have a good year this year on the show?
Logan, I think.
And I was like,
that was
what
me.
the heck are you talking about?
They have Ron Washington.
Good job, Logan.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think Minnesota – I don't know if Minnesota's worse than we thought they were.
They're a weird team to me. They're a weird one. I can't get a read on that team at all. No. I can't. Lewis is there. I can't. That's the one team in that AL Central, and I can't get a read on them at all. They make no sense.
Toronto coming out.
Yeah,
fired off the bat. That's kind of like none of us even thought Toronto had a chance. So
I like my guy Suarez with 7 hits, 6 or was it 6 hits, 5 home runs, 7 hits, 5 home runs. Like this, all this guy does is hit home runs as well. This guy, Mr. Suarez, though. I thought your Cardinals. I was impressed by him a little bit. Like they played the gloves like they need to. They got the pitching when they needed to. They got the clutch hits. They were home games. We'll see how the road games go a little bit as well. So I wasn't too bad with it. Tyler, your Giants.
Offense.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the offense is a lot better than
way better.
I don't want to say leaps and bounds, but they are significantly better than I was expecting this year. So far, I should say. I mean, it's been 7 games, so I'm not going to go and say they're going to have a 142 run differential by the end of the season. But I thought the pitching was going to be our strongest suit, and then the offense was going to be our weakest. But it's actually been the other way around, surprisingly.
Yeah. I thought they've been fine. Go ahead, Josh.
Legitimately, the Cardinals could be 6-0 right now. Both of their losses came in extra innings. Literally is one swing of the bat in both games. I mean, the last one they let it get away after the 2-run jump, but the first extra inning game was a swing of the bat. So the Cardinals look much better than we anticipated. The offense is leaps and bounds better. Jordan Walker has a hit streak. Arenado's on a hit streak. Newt Barr looks like an all-star right now. You know, they were giving him these comps in the offseason, and I really didn't like it. They were saying, he was comping up with Soto and a couple other the bigger name players in different categories. And I was like, why do you guys do that? The guy has injury issues all the time, and now you're going to say because he had he was 4th in the MLB in hardest hit percentage last year, that he comps to Juan Soto? I'm like, no, stop that. So, but he looks phenomenal right now. Both of our catchers are hitting. Herrera had 3 home runs yesterday, 6 RBIs. Our pitching looks good. Fetty was phenomenal and efficient. Gray's been efficient in both of his starts. I think he's got 15 strikeouts in his 2 starts already. So, the Cardinals they almost look like Cardinals of the early 2010s.
If I tell you you're if I tell you you're 4-2, does that change your mind? I like Josh's optimism with it, though.
I'm just saying that style. That's what it looks like because they're not big power guys. They're manufacturing runs. It looks like an older style of baseball.
Yeah, no, that's part of it. I mean, you guys, I feel like in that division, it's the Brewers for me that have caught my attention. I feel like maybe I jumped them a little bit. I feel like they might be, Tyler, I might be a little worried about them a little bit. I was like, oh, they'll win the division. Now I'm like, I don't know. Am I off base there with that? Or, they feel like Logan and Josh have been trying to tell me all offseason that the Brewers are not it. And I've been like, nope, they're staying strong. The young guys and Yelich, they got it. But I don't know.
I'm not buying the Brewers. They lose too many players every year. Like they lost Burns, they lost Adames. Or Burns 2 years ago, Adames this year. It's hard to sustain when you lose great players regularly. Yeah. And that's kind of what the Orioles I think are going to start going through with maybe. They lost John Means this year for not the greatest player, but a player
and Burns
contributed. Yeah, and Burns. So I don't know.
Yeah, the Brewers,
I don't believe in the Brewers. They lost Devin Williams. It's hard to replace all this.
We got Cortez. He started the whole damn
homers.
He started. We should call him Torpedo Cortez. That's what it shouldn't even be Nestor. I feel like he started the whole damn thing.
Me too.
Giving up 5 home runs and 5 at bats. Logan, what were you gonna say there?
Oh, I was saying it feels like they're putting a lot of pressure on Jackson Chourio, and I don't know if he's going to be the next, Ronald Acuna like everyone's expecting. And I feel like whenever you have, Christian Yelich, who is, you don't ever know what you're going to get anymore from him.
No.
It seems like he's having a bounce back. Sorry. Bounce back from. Yeah, I am apparently. It seems like he's having a bounce back, trajectory after last year, and but I don't think that you can really spend too much, put so much pressure on the two of them, and William Contreras, but I think just devote putting so much pressure on the three of them out of a 9-man lineup. This reminds me of the Cardinals 2 years ago when they only cared about Wilson Contreras, Paul Goldschmidt, and Nolan Arenado, and then everybody else could suck, and it was okay because they play defense. And I feel like this is what the Brewers are doing now, and it's not working out for them right now. So
when you're a team that just gets rid of good players, it eventually does catch up to you over a period.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
The A's Sacramento thing's been funny to look at. Kind of just kind of being an Oakland fan, kind of seeing it. Literally, not saying there was much of a home field advantage in terms of people, but there's no chance. Tyler, there's nothing really there. Obviously, it makes no sense that there would be. So it's kind of been an interesting. They got crushed in those first 3 games. Those were losers of the week as well. The Astros offense, Tyler, you saw them from a Giants perspective. What do you kind of make of the? Do you think it's too early? I mean, it's obviously very early, so nobody's making any claims after 6 games. But you saw the Astros 3 games in a row. There's a Giants fan. What's your thoughts on them? You're muted.
I mean, they looked flat. Outside of Jordan, who still scares the crap out of you, even if he strikes out that at bat. You're oh god, here we go. But outside of that, yeah, it just seemed flat. Pena wasn't there, but I still believe it. In the veterans they had. Well, in Altuve, Jordan, and probably Pena. The catcher is good. I don't know. What's the catcher name? I can't think of it right now.
For who?
The Astros.
Oh yeah, Pena.
Yeah, and then
it's
or is that the shortstop? Ruiz.
Yeah, Pena's the shortstop, and
yeah,
I can't.
I know who you're talking about.
Now. I took him in the catcher's draft too.
Yeah, he played well. I mean, but I thought the Giants pitched really well. Logan Webb's a stud.
Dude,
he's the most underrated ace in the MLB. He's a lit ace. He's gonna have a mid-3 ERA at his worst season. He can pitch in the 2s. He's been Cy Young runner-up, I think, twice now. He might not get the credit he deserves, but he's an ace. The young guys, Roop looked good, and then once Hayden Birdsong comes on, this Giants team's going to be dangerous. But back to I think the Giants pitching was just overmatched them for 3 games. I see them bouncing back, though. I still think they'll be a contender in the NL West.
Yeah, I think you guys have proven that and Chapman really has found his way.
He found a home.
It's funny because, I always think back to it's hard for me not to go a little A's here. It's like if they literally had ownership that would have kept the team together, they would have had a group of Simeon, Matt Olson, and Matt Chapman. That's a pretty good infield between the 3 of them. And they let that go, and you see these 2 guys on the corners, Chapman and Olson. If they would have played their whole career together or 10 years together, they would have
Gold Glovers and great bats.
Yeah, so you would have done stuff with it. I feel like Chapman back in the Bay Area has kind of found a way there with it. That's kind of caught my attention as well. Jimenez, he got traded to the Blue Jays. He's already got 4 home runs on the year. That surprises the hell out of me when I saw that. He's already got that. And the other thing was the Rangers. Bruce Bochy's got the Rangers off to a good start. Logan 5-2. Jack Leiter looking good. Jack Leiter. That was my other last thing here. What do you think there with it? He looks like he looks like when he was at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I was not expecting him to be this lights out, and that was the thing that I thought was kind of surprising was their pitching is honestly been better than their offense.
Yep.
I mean, outside of a couple of things, they got destroyed on Monday versus the Reds, but Nate Eovaldi has been really good. He kind of had a iffy first outing. Iffy year last year. Jacob deGrom, he only had a couple innings, but he wasn't so concerned about velocity. He incorporated, I think it was a changeup and a sinker, or 2 off-speed pitches. I can't remember which ones they were, but he looked really good. He's not so hell-bent on blowing everything by hitters. And that was really impressive to me. Obviously, the Leiter was good. 0.90 ERA and like 20 strikeouts already, I think. He's looking awesome. And then, the 3 of them, if Kumar Rocker can just kind of fix it up, which, it was his first start ever in the majors, so I'm not really worried about him too much yet. But the pitching, if they can stick around, they with that offense, with Wyatt Langford, Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, that it's going to be a solid team, and they're really impressive right now, even in the first week, in my opinion.
Josh, Ohio Sports Talk asked me, is Bruce Bochy a top 10 MLB manager? Do you think he is of all time? Yeah. So, he has 4 World Series. It's tough to debate that at the end of the day, probably.
I think it's really hard to do just top 10 all time. Some I would struggle. I would say he is among the greatest of all time.
Is he in the conversation? Can I say?
Oh,
that?
Absolutely. Where he would rank, I can't. I'm sorry, not prepared.
Tyler, I'm sure you have him at number 1. Tyler has him at number 1. Josh, but no, just kidding.
That's fine.
No, I'm just joking. A Giants fan there. With
TLR was better.
Tony La Russa A's. I'm not going to hate you on that one either.
I was going to say Tony La Russa is up there. John McGraw probably.
Dusty Baker.
Joe Torre.
No, not Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker was crap.
Dusty didn't do anything till the end of his.
He went fishing with my uncle, and I got an autograph. You SOB. How dare you?
He won 90 games every year.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Dusty had great teams on his that he managed.
Okay, sure.
You really think
Joe Torre had terrible teams he managed? I can't believe it.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Torre's like the greatest manager of all time just because he won 5. The way he managed was good in the World Series, but Dusty Baker, you can't tell me that, if I managed the 2001 Giants, I could have taken them to the World Series. I'd probably have won them that World Series in 2002.
Take Rodriguez out. Yes, take Rodriguez out. Yes.
Leave Ortiz and Rusty trust.
And the rest we combust him, as what Dusty thought. That's what he really thought, Tyler. No, I hear you. That's a good one. Just real quickly before we move on here, the AL Central, Josh. White Sox first place 2-4 with just kidding. A lot of other teams 2-4.
Dude,
the AL Central not necessarily off to a hot start here.
Beautiful.
Yep.
They honestly don't look bad. They don't look horrible. They like the offense has been clicking a little
Perez
bit.
gives 6.5 scoreless innings.
Yeah,
their pitching's helping a little bit.
Yeah, the pitching's good. I mean, the offense doesn't look like a bunch of AA players trying to,
except for Minnesota,
make them. Well, yeah, but I was kind of impressed because I watched a couple of innings of one of their games. I can't remember, and I was like, wow, that's not
a couple innings.
It's not 2-minute innings like for them. So it's not like, oh, it's strike 3. Oh, an immaculate inning. Oh.
The game's over. Now they give up for another 4 runs. Tyler, Andrew Vaughn. This is a big year for him, so we'll see if he gets that.
Freddie Freeman got placed on the IL.
The guy in a bear. He got it for the shower incident. People probably didn't even know, but below here I got injury updates. I've been doing top headlines. I got quotes of the week here down below, so be sure to check some of that stuff out as well. Yes, Freddie Freeman did slip in the shower. Have we all been there? I don't know. Let's not get into personal discussions, but we have had that there with it. So Freddie Freeman does get hurt.
Only in prison.
Only in prison. Do not drop that soap, people. We have that there with it. So we had that. As I look real quick at as we were talking hot and cold, big extensions. Marte goes, Merrill, and then you got Crochet goes. You got a few others. Campbell went for the Red Sox. You had some a few weeks earlier. Tyler Merrill. He's going to be a problem in the NOS for a while here.
Yeah, he honestly has the potential to be the best player in baseball. Like after Shohei and Judge, I feel like they're like these super rockets. And then I think Merrill could get there. He's not there yet, but the talent is there for him to get right up with those guys. He's that good. He can steal bases. His defense is unbelievable, and he can hit for power. And then Petco, not that now that they moved the fences in, it's a little easier, but it's still a tough part to hit at, and he just rakes. And then with Tatis, Jackson Merrill's been a stud. I don't think there's any way about it.
Well, like, honestly, not many teams get a center fielder that's an absolute beast at 20, 21 years old. Like, this is a rare,
Mike Trout, and then it hasn't happened since.
Ken Griffey Jr., like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying,
decade.
Like, these are, like, Grady Sizemore for a small period of time.
No, but he's not those guys.
No, but I'm saying when you have that guy for, like, a few years, like, that center fielder makes a huge difference when they can play ball and play the field, right? Like it's like having the shortstop that hits. It's a huge position to fill, and the Padres have that, and then they have the swagger. I think that's where we've all said, like, I've been wrong. I'm looking like I'm dead wrong on the Padres this year. So they look like they have some legit swagger, guys. Legit.
Yeah.
Like
Tatis like leads the league in it. Like he sets the tone for this whole, and then Machado can be the arrogant on one side of it. You might hate him. If you hate him, you find him arrogant and cocky. But if you like him, you're like, oh, this guy has that swagger that Tatis and this city of San Diego, it kind of comes with it.
Did you like the Crochet deal there, Logan?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still back and forth on it. I think whenever I told you guys the contract details, I was trying to look at what the AAV was on it. 170 by 6 years, I think it was.
Yep.
And I think that's 36 million or something.
Good knowledge.
I can't remember, but yeah, I was kind of saying one day it could be, that could be a good deal, but I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. Keep in mind he's only started for 1 year. He's only been a starter for a year now, and while he's done really well and shows signs of being awesome, I also could see this turning into, one of the worst deals of all time, really quick.
But they trade all those guys for him. They're not going to not sign him. Like, it's a terrible trade if they don't sign him, right?
Right. Yeah, and I get it, but I don't know if he's worth $30 million a year or whatever. And that's kind of how I gauge those contracts. I get that's not how the players look at it, and that's not how the teams look at it. But I'm looking at it, you're losing $30 million a year out of budget space on one player who may or may not pan out.
That's not a good mentality. That's not a good mentality.
If he's your ace, this is the greatest deal ever. If he's your number 2 guy, it's okay, maybe not the best deal. We overpaid a little bit for him, but if he's your your 3 or 4 guy, I mean, this is the worst deal ever. And so I think I'm okay with it, but I'm also I also would not have done it. I think they could have gotten away with, and maybe they couldn't have. Maybe, I mean, this was the middle ground. But I would have waited until the middle of the season, but that's just me.
Tyler, I feel like you're chopping.
I disagree wholeheartedly, Logan. I think it's a great deal. I bet on talent. Like, you never know if someone's going to get hurt. Like, that's my mentality. Like, yeah, if he gets hurt, the deal sucks. But
it's not even that.
$70 million for a left-handed stud. When he pitches, he has some of the nastiest stuff in all of baseball. So I'm going to bet on that. If it doesn't work out, I can at least go, it was because of injury, basically. There's no way he stays healthy and he sucks. I could be wrong, but I'd be shocked.
But to me, my problem isn't even that his health. My problem is
he's not very good.
Or like, I
stop breaking.
I just don't think he's. Am I breaking up on you?
A little bit.
You're back.
You're back and better than ever.
I mean, he's got a 3.58 ERA from last year. Let's see, what's his FIP? Because that's all that matters. Oh, he had a 2.69. So, I mean, yeah, he had a great year, but hey, FIP is a good one. I like that one.
Any 3-letter acronym.
But to me, I don't know. To me, it just, I would never. It's kind of like giving a rookie. I mean, if he was a rookie, if this was his second year in the big leagues in general, and he got a 170 contract, then we would all be saying, "Oh, this is dumb." But because he had a really solid year.
Telling Susie we're talking about Garrett.
Do you feel the same way about the Jackson Merrill deal, or is it because he's a pitcher?
It's because he's had. No, I don't feel the same way about Jackson Merrill because Jackson Merrill was cheaper. I mean, it's what was it, $60 million over 10 years or something? Anyways, but Jackson Merrill was not like, he was highly touted. Garrett Crochet started off as a reliever and wasn't necessarily the best thing ever, and then he got switched over to a starter, and everyone, I mean, he became awesome. So
it sounds like to me you don't like the risk reward. That you just don't like it.
Yeah, to me, if I was the Red Sox front office, I would be saying, I don't like this deal at all. It's so risky. If I was able to put in a team option in there, I would say, yeah, that's great. But to me, it worries me. Just
his age, let me put in a team option and give you the middle finger and say I'll wait it out.
No, they're not doing.
And then I'll get $400 million.
Yeah, and I get that.
Dude, this guy could have got a $400 million contract in a couple years.
Yeah, he could have if he wanted to.
I would have let him go if he asked for a $400 million contract.
Well, yeah, now you do. You say you're
keep in mind, though,
player options and the arbitration and stuff.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, though, that he's not a free agent until 2027, and so I mean, it's not like they were under the gun for this.
I think they wanted to show their love for him right away. They want to start competing. That's the feeling I'm getting from the Red Sox a little bit as well. I mean, Edwards, let me get your voice in here real quick. Which one of these that's caught your attention?
So you guys have kind of been everywhere on it. So can I just touch everyone? I think Merrill got underpaid. I think he should have made more on a 9-year deal. Like, not a whole lot more. I just figured he'd be at least 150 to 160 million. So the 135 to me was a little light on 9 years.
I agree with you.
Because I think he's better than that. I think he is probably, to me, he's a 10-year, $200 million player.
He's a beast. He's really.
So, I mean, that's and you guys know how I am about money.
Yeah.
But to me, he's a 10-year, $200 million. That's a good deal for that kid. Because he can still get paid again at 32. Not obviously as well, but he's still going to get a nice paycheck to go hit at 32 from 32 till he's 42. So
at that point, it might be 300 million off for 4 years.
Yeah, just a hit. So who knows?
Who knows at that point?
I think he got underpaid. It's all good. Marte, I'm happy he got signed again. I think he was on his term. I think that's fine. Maybe a little bit heavy. Crochet. I don't know what to think about this guy. I'm not a fan of him.
I know you. I feel like it would have been opposite for you to say you are. So I'm glad you stay consistent with that. I am.
I mean, I know he's a good pitcher. Like, if you look at, like, even in my notes, I have him down as. Hold on here. He's in my pitching notes. Hold on. I tried to set this up better this week, and apparently I didn't because I already lost where I was at.
I believe in John Henry.
He had one of the better weeks this week. Hold on, might be on this page. I'm all over. Man, I told you I was coming ready.
By the way, I while he's looking at his notes, I want to say I hope I'm wrong about Garrett Crochet. I hope he earns every. I hope.
It didn't sound like it. It did not sound like it.
I hope the Red Sox say, "Man, we fleeced him." But I'm just saying, I would feel very worried if I was giving a guy who had one solid year as possibly an outlier, and then giving him $30 million a year for 6 years, especially when the Red Sox have shown that they are scared about spending money.
Logan's never been black. Logan's never been blacker. Yes, that is Logan.
How dare you? How dare you?
So Garrett Crochet in the first week.
Go ahead.
Had the one win, 0.87 ERA, 21 Ks. His whip was high at 1.35. His average against was 222. I don't have the advanced analytics, Logan. I'm still figuring out how to put all that in my spreadsheet and then operate on my windows. So Garrett Crochet had a very good week. He is a very good pitcher. I don't think, to me, I have a character issue with him. So I think they overpaid him because I think he'll crack. I don't think he'll make it all 6 years. I don't know.
Game over.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just not my favorite player. I wouldn't sign him a long term.
He's a sweeper. I think he's gonna be a beast. But I do hear what Josh says about having little either injury stuff there. Tyler, go ahead there.
No, I mean the Indians. The Indians. Excuse me.
Oh my God! Cancel him.
The innings part is the biggest concern. He's only max innings pitches. He's 146 or something like that. Yeah, that's concerning. But when I just watch his stuff, I go, you say I haven't seen it for long enough, but I've seen it enough to know this stuff is the stuff. Like, this is I want from a starting pitcher who's going to lead my. Does he have the mentality? You hope so. Maybe he grows into it. Sometimes it doesn't come to you until you're 30 and you've been through some things. So, like, I'm still going to bet on the stuff, and hopefully I can put a community or a clubhouse around him that helps him develop into this mindset that maybe he doesn't have yet. I don't even know if he doesn't have it because he's pitched for a crappy team in Chicago. So, like, the fact that he was even, like, showing out there, it means at least he cares. Like, just mailing it in.
He kind of mailed it in at the end of the season. He did kind of mail it in.
He just said, I'm not playing. I guess
we did this podcast on Sunday. You said you don't care about that stuff, so I'm not surprised.
By the way, I just realized maybe the Red Sox were under the gun.
They probably were.
You know, last year Crochet said, "I'm not going to play in the playoffs until I get extended."
Exactly.
And
that's why I don't like him.
I figured that's why. But maybe that's why they were like, we want to get this over with now, so that way if we get into the playoffs, we can be we don't have to like
pitcher pitching.
Because he would leverage you. He would be like, how much am I worth to you guys in the playoffs? And then he'd probably ask for 40 million or whatever.
He definitely
and that would. I mean, that's a little bit. I mean, I kind of agree with Josh in a sense of like, if you're holding your team hostage because of your like wanting to get your contract figured out, I would hate you as a teammate. I would hate you.
I don't think these players count other people's pockets. I think they're like, I mean, it's probably upsetting, obviously, but I don't think they like hold it against them later.
Oh, they
like. I think in the moment it probably bugs them. I don't think so.
I think there's probably certain situations. I don't necessarily.
If you're in the middle of the season and then you enter the playoffs, and then one player who maybe your number 2 guy, who's not even close to a contract or to being a free agent, says, I'm out. I'm not going to play in the playoffs because the team's not paying me an extension that I'm not even owed until 2 years from now. Oh yeah, they're for sure going to be angry about it.
Tyler,
I would be angry about it.
Conversation with this Sunday, when involving Jimmy Butler and the Warriors. I feel like me and you had. Tyler believes that the player has every right to do this. I feel like that's
I do. I still believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, so so hold on. Let me just make sure.
Basketball is a different story at 30.
No.
Right.
That's their job.
What do you mean?
That's
I can expand on what Daren said to make my point. You can't just hold me to what Daren said is how I felt.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was wrong. I want to attack Daren's point right now. A 35-year-old
basketball player has more leeway than a 25-year-old pitcher. But not much, because the 25-year-old pitcher's shoulder is 2 pitches away from being torn and you're out for a year and you don't know what contract you. Well, actually, now you'll still get a contract even if you do it, but there's still that risk. I think Jimmy Butler's a little different. If you have something to add on, go ahead. I'm right here to hear it.
Okay, no. So Jimmy Butler's proven talent.
A little bit.
Have you watched Garrett Crozet play? He's as talented as any pitcher.
He's good. I'm not willing to give him 40 or 30 million a year.
Okay, that's fair. I can't. You're you.
Edwards, put a dot on this before
I am.
So all I was gonna say is, you think it's okay for an athlete to refuse to go to work because he's not getting paid enough?
Yes, he did.
Yes,
with a guaranteed contract. So I want to see you call
if
your
someone
boss.
else is willing to pay him that money, then yeah, he's willing to do that. Like,
who else is willing to pay him that money?
The Warriors.
A lot of people would give Garrett Crozet that contract. I think.
The Warriors.
I'm talking about the situation he was in last year, where he said, "I'm not gonna play if you don't sign me to an extension."
I mean,
which kind of screwed him over too.
That, so they didn't trade for him. Like, it didn't happen.
I understand, but it's just that mentality to me bothers me.
I get it. I do understand where it would be annoying to coach and manage. I wouldn't want to.
I would just trade him. I'd be like, get out of here. I'll take a bucket of balls for him.
And that's what they did, right? So that's
now that he's extended, that whole thing is kind of you don't have to worry about it till.
Well, no, he got what he wanted right now. So let's see what happens next when something doesn't go his way, or they do something he doesn't like.
I've been saying that.
I guess
let's wait 3 years until he wants to rework his contract where he's being. Let's wait 3 years until he's wants to get his contract readjusted, so that way he can, make 40 million a year, and he won't play until he gets his contract reworked.
He just got it reworked, though.
Welcome to the Double podcast.
No, that's what I'm saying. In 3 years, he's going to do that same thing if you're not careful.
He will be, and I think that's what's going to happen here.
You have to trade him then. At least you got 3 years out of him at a good deal, $30 million in my opinion. I think that's a good going rate for that.
What if they're winning in 3 years, and what if he's? What if he's?
You pay him. You're making.
Is he the poorest
in 3 years when he's got a 6-year contract?
You don't have to.
I'm telling you, it's a West Coast thing, dude.
We love it. It's a good deal there. Right?
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do too much of that in Boston, because those guys will throw beer bottles at your head. So Not you, Tyler. I'm talking about
cheering for him Sunday night or whatever night he was pitching. They didn't give a hoot. He was striking guys out and getting people out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. This is why we love seventh inning stretch. We love the passion. We love the energy. I love it. Aaron, my big thing is,
why are you guys making me agree with Josh on this?
He's the poorest owner. He's not the poorest owner. There's much more poor owners than that, than Mr. There. But then, Aaron, hope you're doing good out there. Your Mets. Polar Bear came through yesterday for you guys with the big win. I had them in my news and notes on Wednesday with it as well. It's been some great baseball discussion tonight as well. I got a couple more things here. Let's get to Peter. Cardinals in 144 seasons. Josh mentioned it. We have a catcher that hit 3 home runs. Jeff Conine, old Marlins fans out there. His son's batting third in their lineup. They retire his jersey, the first Marlin to have his jersey retired. DeGrom, terrific for the Rangers against the Red Sox there. Tyler, I got some other diamond notes below here as well. St. Petersburg is going to spend $22.5 million on Tropicana. Profar suspended 80 games for, yes, let's make baseball better, steroids. Tyler, we got that. And then we have Freddie Freeman getting on the disabled list of a shower incident. I want to hear that. I don't want to know if I want more definition for what happened to that one as well. Jonathan India gets hit in the head by a ball last week against Class A. A lot of stuff. A lot of things that went open last week as well. Your thoughts on kind of some of my diamond notes here as well.
I mean,
first. Then we'll get to Logan. I know he's got to go.
Someone else go first. I'm not ready.
Logan, I know you got to go, so let's end it with you here. What do you got?
So for me, there are a couple things I already talked about. DeGrom, what's his name? Brave, who just got suspended. What's his name? Profar. I don't know why his name escaped me.
What a great
Profar. He was kind of weird for me. I mean, he's never gotten suspended, as he said. I guess he accidentally took it. And I don't know if I necessarily believe him, but I have more. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not like he had a bad season last year, so it's not. I don't know why he would. He would start. Yeah, I guess so. Like, all of a sudden, he starts taking PED. So I feel a little bit inclined to believe him for some reason. But I mean, it is like the one steroid that's designed to be hidden from the steroid test. I think I can't. Who is it? Who's Manny took it when he got caught. So that's kind of the weird thing for me. And then the shower thing. Why do I feel like it's Mookie Betts' fault? Like him doing something freaky in the shower again, and like Mookie Betts. I mean, he's a weird guy.
This is Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux. Haven't got him in there.
So oh gosh, the Greg Maddux stuff. But yeah, I kind of feel like it's Manny's fault, and no one's saying anything.
Who was the guy that got injured, Tyler? I remember. I forget. I feel like he pitched for like the Rockies. He got injured taking groceries upstairs. I want to say Aaron Seeley.
I think it was Jeremy Affeld.
Jeremy like taking groceries up his apartment stairs.
Like cutting frozen hamburgers.
Yeah, there's like some weird ones along the way.
By the way,
the ladder washing his truck.
Yeah, Jeff Kent is washing his truck. What bullshit that was. That was not true. Nobody believes that at all. Go ahead, Logan. I think I got a couple minutes here.
By the way, Brandon Inge, I only remember Brandon Inge from whenever he was playing for the Tigers, I think it was, and he dove for a ball, caught the ball midair, but then dislocated his shoulder as he dove. And so he, in the middle of the broadcast, just pops it back into place, and then he goes back to work. And I'm thinking, that's awesome. I want to be able to dislocate my shoulder like that and reapply it. But
what position?
Lo and behold,
what position did he start his career at?
Catcher.
Yeah, that's why he's a catcher at heart, right, Josh? Get that. Yeah. You pop a shoulder out, you get it back in. You're playing some baseball, Logan Stone. You got to go.
He's like Matt Stafford.
Catchers in the MLB.
I got to look. Yeah. I just want. You got to go. You got it. I know you said 5 minutes.
Unless you have something else. I got about 2 more minutes.
I'm gonna go to walk. You want me to go to trivia first then for you?
No, don't do it.
No. All right. Wait on me then.
I'll mention it. So
all right, look back.
I'll comment.
I let me know. Text me. Say, hey, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. You're too good at the trade. I want to hear that from you. So no, I'm just kidding. Let me know if you got it or not after listening to it. Appreciate you, man. Love all the updates, our conversations. We'll do a post game or a recap here soon. So take it easy, Logan. Peace.
Yeah. See you.
See you later. Logan, get with us as always with it. Jeff Conine, real quick, Tyler. The Marlin, 93 Marlin.
I hate
Do you think of Jeff Conine? I don't think of Jeff Conine as the first Marlin.
Jeff Conine threw JT Snow out at the plate.
He's the first Marlin.
No, he's not the first. I think probably Josh Beckett.
Wow, okay. Josh Beckett's the first Marlin. Not Juan Pierre. No.
Juan Pierre's definitely, because he just gets mentioned in so many conversations. But yeah, Jeff Conine's son robbed a hell of a home run. That was the best play of his season, I believe. Did you see that play?
Yeah, that was an unreal play.
Nice catch.
Did you see?
Yeah, Jeff Conine, I think so. I didn't know he would get inducted in the Hall of Fame. That seems a little over.
I think
as a Giants fan, it's ingrained in my head.
Yeah, because of the throwing out JT Snow at home plate. I think it's because he was the franchise's opening year. They had that part of it that matters. Josh, real quick, you mentioned earlier Chuck Carr, 144 years. Cardinals catcher hits 3 home runs in a game. That's kind of crazy, though. That's where baseball's nuts, right?
I mean, our catchers are not historically offensive weapons. Our catchers are historically field generals who scare the hell out of the other team.
They usually are. And that's where I saw that stat. I was like, I still was shocked. I just would have thought one of them would have hit 3 home runs in a game. I just thought that would have been the case. So
Yachty had pairs multiple times, but yeah, never 3.
So we had some good diamond notes along there with this week. Baseball bonanza, Tyler. I was going to start out with your team here. You got the SF Giants there with it as well. So we got 1980s top 8 RBIs, 1990s top 8 stolen bases, 2000 top 8 home runs, 2010 top 8 most strikeouts. So if you had to go, let me go. Where do you want me to put some stuff?
Let's go with 1980s. Jack Clark's over there.
All right, I'm going to go with Torres. Chili, where are we at? Chili for Brett Butler, all right.
And Candy Maldonado.
Over who?
Over Robbie Thompson.
All right. Where's Robbie?
1990s top. Yeah, he's in the 90s stolen base with Brett Butler.
All right.
And Barry Bonds.
All right. Where you got 2000s?
2000. Barry Bonds got to be in there, right?
I would. So you have him right now. So.
Oh man, it's tough. Josh, you have any?
It's all right. I got to go Durham, right? With the stolen base, with the home run.
2010 top 10 most strikeout. Yeah, Randy Wynn's there, Pablo's there, Andres Torres is to the right.
So you want?
Right.
Andres Torres replacing. All right. So now where did I mess up?
You probably want Sandoval.
JT Snow, Barry Bonds, not
Sandoval should be in 2000s.
Yeah, I would think for who? Snow? No, it can't be for
Snow.
Snow's not 2010.
What year did Posey retire?
It's got to be Durham for Posey.
Yeah, what year did Posey retire?
Posey retired in 2000. It's got to be that, right, Tyler?
Ray Durham hit more home runs with the Giants than Buster Posey. Is that what it is? Giants?
It's 2000's top 8 home runs.
Ray Durham for any team.
No, for the Giants.
Just Giants.
Hit more home runs than Buster Posey, I don't think, on the Giants.
So we got to switch Durham in.
We get multiple swings. Let's just hit it. See where we're at.
Let's see where we're at.
80s and 90s are right.
Oh, he got it. Durham and Posey was the wrong one there with it.
So Durham has to count all of his teams.
The 2000 home runs, yes. What did you get in the 2000s there with the home runs? So that was pretty good though with the triple there with it.
I wanted it all.
You want your Cardinals, Josh?
Might as well. I'm here.
All right, let's go. Your Cardinals top 8.
All right, give me a minute before you all jump.
I'm not going to say a word.
I want to see it. Okay. All right. Terry Pendleton for Matt Carpenter. Daryl Porter for Albert Pujols. All right, so the 80s is done. 90s. Ozzie stays. JD Delino DeShields. hold on. Royce Clayton goes back to the 90s. J.J. Ludwig.
I love it. Daily
Swing
walk-off my idol as a kid.
Tyler loves Royce Clayton, former Rookie of the Year Giant.
Number 10. I love Royce Clayton was my first shortstop, and I idoled myself after.
What a player.
Didn't quite live up to it.
Hold on.
2000 top.
Swing it.
All right, so we got the first two right. I know that. Oh, look at this guy. On fire. Well done, Mr. Edwards.
Share those results. Dang it.
Well done.
Home run on the Twitter.
We can see those results. We'll share right now. I'm doing it right now with you. So
now, hold on. You got to bring it back up. You got to do the A's.
You want me to do the A's with it too?
Yeah, it's only fair, man.
Now. He's going to get a ball, and I'm the only one who didn't.
Hey, if I get out to the Giants guy tonight, I feel good about myself.
All right, 1980s top 80. All right, we're going to get Lair out of there. So we got Henderson with the 80s. Dwayne Murphy with the 80s. We got to go Jose, probably with the 80s. I'm going to go Mike Davis with the 80s. I think that's a trick question. Matt Chapman, we'll go 2000 strikeouts. That's got to be him. Coco, that's got to be him. Let's get a little. This might be Jed Lowry. That's got to be him. All right, 1990s top 8 stolen bases. Tyler, this is a tricky one. It's got to be.
You got a tough one.
I mean, Giambi's definitely over. I'm gonna switch those two right there. Let's see what I got. Is that right? I knew it was Sierra and Crosby. That was the two. So I got those two wrong. So all right.
The Cardinals victorious. He knows his team better than the Giants and the Athletics fans do.
for one day.
USOB. You got it right there with this.
Only as good as what you do for me today. Today I'm victorious. It doesn't even matter if I blow Daren's trivia. I won Daily Walk-Off. Shout out to the Daily Walk-Off. Love you guys.
You got it right. Well done, Edwards. I'm proud of you on that one. You got it right. All right. So let's get to my trivia here in just a second. Any final thoughts on MLB Week 1, Tyler, that you want to get to before I get to my trivia here?
That walk-off, not to talk about the Dodgers too much, but that walk-off by Sohei, how he gets the balls that late in the strike zone and still can
it's very Bonds-esque.
Center almost. It's unbelievable. He has the quickest bat I've seen in forever.
Isn't it Bonds-esque? It really feels like it. I'm not saying he's Bonds, but it feels like he's at that level. He has an advantage over the pitcher, it feels like almost. It feels like that a little
home run every time he's up there.
Or he's gonna walk, or he's gonna hit it hard. He just feels like
if he walks, he steals a base.
Yeah,
he's been unbelievable.
He just feels.
But that walk off, I was like, man, he gets to the ball so he can hit it so late and still hit it almost dead set. I mean, it was oppo a little bit, but he's still hitting it up the middle.
It's as good
out
as
of the ballpark. It's impressive.
Here's the trivia for this week, Edwards. Let's see what we got with it. Steroid Bonds or Pit Bonds? I go steroid bonds.
Steroid bonds. Steroid. Nothing is better.
Hit number 1. Don't look at the comments. You're usually pretty good. Except for I got Devon White with Aaron too. Let's go, baby.
Devon White was tough.
That was tough. I got Aaron.
I've been drinking all show, man. I don't know.
Me too. Let's have some fun with it. So here we go. Hit number 1. I played for 14 seasons from 2011 to 2024, finishing 6th in the NL Rookie of the Year voting in 2012. I am a 3-time All-Star. I led the National League in doubles in 2015 with 44. Any guesses there?
Buster Posey. I'm just kidding.
Got it. No, it is not correct. It's not Buster. Good guess.
My original guess would be Ryan Zimmerman, but I think he played before 2011.
It is not Ryan Zimmerman. Shall we go to hit number 2 here then, gentlemen? It sounds
hold on. He was 6th or Rookie of the Year in 2012.
Well, I can see going ahead.
3-time All-Star, led with doubles, 44. He just retired. Tyler, he just retired last year. Who retired last year?
Get your head in the game, McGurk. Let's go. Focus. Let's get. What do you go? Tell me when you guys want to hit number 2.
I'm ready for hit number 2.
All right, give me 2. But
I hit 170 home runs, finishing my career with the Cardinals. I finished top 10 in National League voting in 2018 while batting left-handed.
Not Matt Holliday.
Definitely not Matt Holliday.
Left-handed.
He finished his career. Doesn't mean he played his whole. He just finished his career with the Cardinals.
Well, if you're retired in 24 and finishes, okay, I get what you're saying.
So
I hit
he finished.
179 home.
And then hit number 1, of course, was played 14 years.
It's not Ludwig. It's not Freeze.
It is not Alonso from MLB Network. It is not Yodor. He did not make the cut from it. Doubles help me. Logan Stone, don't give the answer yet. Let's wait to see what they get with it. I didn't know you were coming on tonight, Logan. That's why this was an Edward special tonight. So we got that one with it as well. So hit number 2, and then Tyler.
All right, yeah, I'm lost now.
Hit number 3. I played for the Cardinals for over a decade. I also played for the Padres and Yankees for exactly 1 season each. That's his career over 14 years. He was a Cardinal.
It's Carp. It's Carp. It's Matt Carpenter.
It's a left-handed hitter.
It is Matt Carpenter. Well done. Josh Edwards. There we go. We got it. Jason Giambi, first baseman right there. Then Matt Carpenter right there with the 2 in a row.
I could the end of his career with the Cardinals and retired in 24 is what got me, because I was like, hold on. We didn't have anybody retire last year.
Tyler, you remember when we were deep in fantasy baseball? He was a great player in 2013, 2014.
He was unbelievable. He scored like 120 runs.
He was good for like 5 years straight.
He was. He had about a 5-year run. He made the 3 All-Star teams in that 5 years, and he had a big drop off after that. But he was kind of a pain in the ass there. Your Giants played against him.
No, there was I think they got in a couple fights.
Yeah, he definitely had a few of it. All right,
fights against Cincinnati too.
All right, MLB flashback. We'll get out of here.
The Cardinals are world champs in 2011.
All right, this is a good one here with it. Let's leap over some people. Here we go.
Lar hits it high and deep to right. Piscotty back on the track at the wall. It's over his glove off the wall. Coughlin is headed for third. They're going to wave him home. Here's the throw from Piscotty to home plate. And Molina didn't What a play by Coughlin. He jumped.
I remember that.
Molina and landed squarely on home
Buster
plate.
Posey would have made the play.
Play by Chris Coughlin.
What a play
Buster
that
Posey
was.
so short he could have jumped in without Buster ducking.
Buster went and duck it. I love it. What a play there. That was always one of my favorite ones at the play there with it. Logan said he had it. He's the reason why it became a second baseman.
And then Logan talks so much trash about him.
Really? He ripped on him after he said it?
My best friend.
How can you do this, Tyler? How can you say that? That'd be like Tyler ripping on Royce Clayton. You can't do that.
Royce Clayton still to this day. You can't defend Matt Carpenter.
Oh, come on. You gotta love. Maybe there's some mixed emotions now over the years, Josh. Maybe he saw one too many sliders away where he struck out or something. He saw those lefties coming in and he got the best of them on that with it.
Hey,
so.
Since I did all this work to collect these stats, can I give some rundowns real quick?
Give it to me.
All right, awesome. So pitchers, we're gonna go. This is the top, 15 pitchers or so by overall metrics. I'm just going to give you strikeouts. Crochet, 21. Gavin Williams of Cleveland, 21. Logan Allen of Cleveland, 19. Kenta Medea of Detroit, 19. Jose Soriano of the Angels, 19. Casey Mize, Detroit, 18. Pablo Lopez, Minnesota, 18. Waka of Kansas City, 18. Cole Reagans out of Kansas City, 21. Logan Gilbert out of Seattle, 15. Skubal, 15. Ober, 15. Carrasco, Povich also have 15. Bassett, Boyle, 14. Jack Leiter as a rookie. I mean, he's technically a rookie this year, right?
Yeah, we talked about him. He's been a beast for him.
Yeah, 17 strikeouts in his first week. Will Warren, 16. Joey Cantillo, 17. And JT Ginn, 16 of your Athletics.
He's been good. The A's haven't been able to pitch much, though. I know that. I know they have not been pitching well, so that's part of it for sure.
Now, I gave you all those strikeouts. This is something I found interesting. The ERAs for these guys are all over the darn place. I'm talking as low as 0.87 and as high as 8.31. There's also a 7.98, a 5.79, a 5.68, a 6.17, and a 7.62.
The pitching and the ERAs have been off the charts. The studs have
offense has been amazing the first week of baseball. How many?
Well, we started with the torpedo. We started with the torpedo.
Yeah, I mean, removing the torpedo. Look at all the other games where they had high run counts.
I think I think baseball wants more offense, and they're doing some.
This is too much.
No, I don't think it is. It can't be too much. You think so?
So you're going to get to the point where there's going to be 6 guys who pitch in the entire MLB who can actually strike people out and last more than 4 innings.
I think that's more.
That's where you're heading.
I think that's more of a team and a managerial strategy more than just overall. I think I think you've seen some guys go deep into games this year. I think we saw Pavetta in game 1 go 7 innings. We saw Perez go 6 innings. We saw what was it? The guy from the Rangers, Evaldi, go deep into the game as well. I think there's guys willing to go deep into it, but the pitch count has to stay under 110. That's for sure. That does seem like the big number now for these guys that go deep into the games.
Which is ridiculous.
I mean, Severino gave up 6 runs against the Cubs, and the A's threw him 110 innings, 6 innings. So I think there's certain guys that they pay, but they're always going to be protective. That's why the Crochet one will be a little interesting. Is how many innings do they let this guy go now that they signed him to this big a deal? Is it just for babying him the whole time, or are we actually going to expect a little bit out of him? So that part will be it.
The first year because I don't expect to win the World Series.
That's probably
next year he's going to be my workhorse.
That's probably kind of what it looks like with it as well as we get to it. What did you think of as we kind of get out of here? We had Logan, Tyler on tonight. Appreciate their time as well tonight.
Sorry, I was late, man.
Oh,
I was trying to get here.
You're all good. We started a little earlier than we originally thought, so I appreciate you jumping on when you could with it. We're about 5 minutes late on that anyway, so not a big deal. We talked Torpedo, talked Padres, Dodgers, Braves struggling. We talked about our week 1s. Lows are not online. Be sure to check us out. Josh and Brandon are a little better at it than me, but they're putting out their picks on Underdog there. So check out them with those as well. Check out our guy Shoot at Variety Sports Network as well. He's doing a good job with the basketball stuff. Really,
dude, he's awesome, man.
Appreciate his effort, energy. Got to shout out my guys at Ohio Sports Talk, Doug and Jordan. They had their 100th episode tonight. They had me on before I came on here. Appreciate them very much as well.
Oh, you got invited?
I had it on with them. They had they've had big guests. So I was honored to be on with them tonight.
So he doesn't get the hat, so I can fulfill my bet, which is now null and void because the new season has started.
There's null and void. But I appreciate them as well. I'm
going to call you out on it. Congratulations on your guys' 100th episode.
It's always a big deal. And me and you, I want to shout us out. Week 1 of now our 3rd-year journey this together, my friend. So let's to many more as I raise the glass and you raise it as well. Let's have a good baseball season.
Mine's empty.
Yeah, well, mine is too, but I have a black cup, so you can't see it. Let's have a good season this year. Appreciate everybody that's come on. Logan, Aaron, appreciate their comments along the way. Edwards, let's make this our best season yet. Make sure you check us out on X as well. I've been dealing with it. He's got ice with it. He's got ice with it. Cheers. We got it with it. We're here with it. So. Susie, appreciate you joining us as well.
Susie.
Flea Market floppy disk. Join us back on here. He commented on my Fat Boy show. I was very happy with that as well. So appreciate him as well. So 7th stretch, we'll be back with you week to week here throughout the season. We appreciate everybody that joins in. Baseball season is here. You know where to tune in. 7th stretch on Thursday nights. We'll see you soon. For Josh Edwards, I'm Daren Breyer. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.